Happy Saturday, Connect family, and welcome to another episode of the Connect Network TV. Always thank you for allowing us to spend Saturdays with you. I'm your host, Stitches, along with my fabulous co-host, Miss Wendy. Hey, Wendy.
Hey, Stitches.
So we know Sandy is off today, but it is all good. Wendy, tell me some of the good things that are happening with you. Anything exciting?
Well, as we mentioned earlier, kids are back at their universities and getting ready to start. I have one starting a senior at OU and a junior at Texas State. So I'll tell you what's exciting is getting close to getting them off payroll. You know how that goes. And it's been a great summer. We have a couple of investment properties that are coming along nicely. So that's exciting. And those will be ready soon. How about your summer? How's it going, Stitches?
I love it. Congratulations. For me, it just feels like it just keeps on going in a good way. So just gearing up for more of our programs for our youth, the Great Pitch 101. 1.0, if you will. So students now, male and female. We used to only do it for young female entrepreneurs, but now both men and women can apply, 21 and under, for a chance to win $1,000. And they're going to sit before a panelist of multi-million dollar men and women who are really going to try to help them either build their business or help launch their business. So we're excited about that.
I love that you do that, Stitches. I love that you're involved in that. And how lucky are they, So thank you. Big shout out for doing this for the students.
Thank you. God bless you. That's all God's grace, honey. Because, ooh, yeah, it's a lot. But as we gear up for back to school, like you said, it is officially time to dive into our favorite segment. Do you know it? Influencers Unlocked. And today we're talking all about social media detox. Have you tried it at home?
Mm-mm.
Me either. I'm not gonna lie. I did. I will tell you this though. This trend is gaining momentum as more people are really recognizing the mental health benefits of taking breaks from social media. And recent study actually showed the University of Pennsylvania found that reducing social media use to 30 minutes a day can lead to significant improvements in well-being. So I can almost probably bet that is true. And Wendy, I want to ask you, what are your thoughts on increasing the need for social media detoxing? Have you given it a go, or where are we? Have you tried it?
Intentionally, not intentionally. You did ask a while ago, and I said no, but I actually did while I was on vacation or traveling. Not intentionally, but it does, just help you really clear your mind to use it for. Not that it's not productive, because obviously social media is great for business, for promoting, for marketing, but it does help, with the space and gives you time to really be intentional. So I think it's wonderful, especially with school starting, if we could all get our kids, especially, to be off of social media, I think it gives more room for them to really focus on school. But as far as the adult world, I think it's great. You invest that time in something healthy, like working out or reading, something that's meditation.
Right.
I think it's always a great thing.
I agree. And I know in some states that have already initiated this. Well, this is new for Florida. In some of the Broward County schools, you can't have your cell phones. It has to be on airplane mode throughout the duration of while you're in school. So I agree with what you were saying. Great point, Wendy's, that you've made. It's interesting to see how people are finding new ways to really connect with themselves. And a survey by the American Psychological Association reported that 41% of adults said that they have taken a media break to reduce stress. And as a result, many people are rediscovering hobbies, like you mentioned, spending more quality time with loved ones and focusing on self-care. So whether it's picking up a new book, going for a walk, like you said, and going to the gym, working out, or simply enjoying meals without the distractions of notifications. And I'll say it, when I went to Canada, Niagara Falls, with my sister, my nephew, and I made it a conscious point to not be on my phone unless
Yeah.
it was like an emergency. I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. So, and I'm glad we didn't. I'm glad. So let's talk about a platform that's been making waves in the social media world. As we all know, TikTok, let's say. TikTok has taken the world by storm and has become a major player in really setting trends across fashion, music, and lifestyle. In fact, TikTok was actually the most downloaded app globally in 2023, demonstrating its powerful influence. According to launch metrics, TikTok drives about 35% of social media conversations around fashion trends. This platform unique algorithm not only curates content to individual preferences, but it also helps new trends go viral at lightning speed. And we've seen this time and time again. Do you see TikTok influencing the way we follow and engage with trends? What do you say, Wendy?
Absolutely. I'm not really on TikTok a lot. I do have one, and we've discussed this before, but
Right.
I've really just tried to keep myself, because I know it's very time consuming. But I don't even feel like I have to, because it's always on Instagram. Everything, has the mark TikTok, the
Right.
brand. So absolutely.
Oh,
And,
you're right.
yeah, and it's incredible how quickly a trend can catch on, Stitch, and become a major cultural phenomenon. Because this rapid trend setting power provides new opportunities for brands to engage with the audiences and also stay relevant.
I agree. Well said, Wendy. And remember, it's all about being intentional, our time online and prioritizing our mental health. Don't go anywhere, Connect fam. Keep this in mind also. Something I really want to encourage, and we've said this before as well, Wendy, especially if you have little ones. If we as adults find it difficult sometimes to even detach, imagine how it is for our little ones. So whether you have nieces or nephews or kids of your own, just encourage them to find some time to really detach for a little bit and learn how to communicate person to person. Yeah, let's try that. Let's prioritize that in family time. All right, make her my really quick. I got to share this. My grandma made a rule with my nephew. When he comes to my grandma's house, my mom's house, his grandma, he can't be on his phone. She's like, no, don't come to me and don't be on your phone. And it makes him intentionally just be present. So maybe try that. Don't go anywhere, Connect fam. Coming up next is Dr. Karwanna Irving, and she's got some game-changing insights to share. Trust me, you're not going to want to miss out on it.
Is the stigma surrounding mental health holding you back from reaching out? Hi, I'm Marnie Goldman, CEO of Fabulously Flawed. With my lived traumatic experiences and training, I know what it takes to turn challenges into triumphs. We offer personalized empowerment coaching and inspirational speaking to help you break free from the mental health stigmas. Join us at Fabulously Flawed and let's walk the path to resilience together. Visit my website for more information and follow us on social media for your daily dose of motivation.
Ready to launch your podcast? The Connect Network TV turns your vision into reality. From concept to completion, we handle it all. Professional audio, captivating cover art, and seamless production using cutting-edge technology. Our experts ensure your podcast shines across every major platform like iHeart, iTunes, Apple, Amazon, and more, connecting you with your audience like never before. Join successful brands who've trusted us to bring their podcasts to life. Visit theconnectonline.com today. Your podcast journey begins now.
I'm Kate McGuire, the founder of Converted Closet on Instagram. And if you like original clothes and would like to get the most out of your wardrobe, follow me for inspiration on Instagram and I'll show you how. You'll never look back. You're watching the Connect Network TV.
Welcome back to the Connect Network TV. I'm your girl, Stitches, and here with my fabulous co-host, Miss Wendy. Hey, Wendy.
How are you?
I am fantastic, and I'm excited because joining us is none other than Dr. Karwanna Irving. So she is a wealth creation expert. She's an author, a transformational speaker, a business coach, all the things. Doc, we're so excited to have you dive into the wisdom that you are going to share with us. Welcome to the show, Doc. How are you?
Great to be here. Great to be here. Thank you.
Thank you so much for doing it. I gotta say, I love the necklace. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
I'm trying to do a little something.
Yes, Dr. Karwanna.
Oh, thank
So
you.
let's get right into it.
Mhm.
So excited to have you here with us today. And now you talk a lot about closing the wealth gaps, something so crucial in today's world.
Mhm.
Can you share with us what opportunities exist for closing these gaps and why is it such a game changer?
Absolutely. So I kind of specialize in government contracts, and not kind of, but I really do this thing, right? So for me, getting started in the government contracting space as a small business, especially a woman-owned, minority-owned small business, was very key to helping me actually create generational wealth for myself and my own family. I now empower other women and minority business owners on how to do this. So for those who are new to the concept of doing business with the government, all it is doing business with a client who got pockets deep enough to pay you 100 times more than your regular client. And so that's really what it is. And so when it comes to wealth, the government, the federal government alone in 2020 spent over $10 trillion on the very business products and services that everyone always sell right now. 26% of that is obligated and mandated to be spent with women-owned and minority-owned and just small businesses in general. So that's over $2.6 trillion annually. And that pot of money has grown continuously between 2020 and now, right? And so that's a lot of opportunities for those small businesses that are generating less than six figures, that are generating six figures. And those statistics are pretty big, right? Large. Statistically, out of the 33 million businesses that are across the US, 96% of the businesses that exist doesn't even make six figures. And so when I talk about closing the wealth gaps, I'm talking about positioning yourself to do business with the number one biggest player who already has money for you, and they're obligated to spend the money with you, which will help you become a part of the top 4 to 6 percentile of money earners as an entrepreneur. And so that will help you potentially close the wealth gaps in your family, in your community.
Doc, thank you so much for sharing this. I want to ask, who is this something anyone can really tap into, or is this a specific type of person or business that can really benefit from it most?
No, so this kind of works for everyone. When I first started in government contracting, I was doing video production and I was doing photography services. But this works for anyone that has a business. All you have to do is have a business. It works for home-based businesses. It works for catering businesses, for consulting, professional services, whatever type of business that you have, you are already qualified to do business with the government. In fact, the government, by definition, defines a small business as any company that has under 500 employees that generally generates less than $20 million a year for 5 years straight. So there's a lot of room for small businesses. So if you're making 5 figures a year, then you're definitely greater than a small business. You're like a micro business that really could use the leverage of this system. If you're making 6 figures, you can easily scale to 7 or more. And so it works for you if you understand how to make it work for yourself.
That's incredible. Now, Dr. Karwanna, we all want to know how much money is really on the table here, and what business did you transition to after leaving video production? And just to give people a thought process or idea as to what's really possible out there.
So I have clients that have never done government contracting before, that was stuck at 5 figures working over 50 hours a week, really hard, just like I was, when I first started, that are now securing multiple seven figures in government contracting for doing the exact same thing. Now, they're not working harder, they're just working smarter and doing business with someone who actually values their work. And so after transitioning, like after I transition from, being the contractor, and I still do government contracts. I have some small contracts on the side that have sustained me throughout the pandemic, and I still do that. But I've also evolved into, I believe in each one teach one. I've evolved into a consulting firm where I'm showing other small businesses the very same blueprint that I use to significantly increase my revenues, and I'm showing them how to do it. And so this is what I love. The transformational work is what I love the most, empowering and impacting other businesses.
I love it. And I can definitely feel and see your passion for it as you're speaking about it. And you yourself, Doc, have an inspiring story. Let's talk about your path, if that's okay. What was that aha? Everyone usually has that aha moment that led you to this creation, this wealth creation journey, if you could share.
Several years ago, when I had a video production company and I was just freelancing, and I discovered it through the first multi-billionaire that I had met. And he told me about government contracting, and I didn't know anything. First thing I thought was, can I do that? I didn't know you can sell to the government. I thought you had to be in military or be involved in weapons or something like that. And I discovered that you can sell to the government, even if you're just, point and clicking with a camera, which is what I was doing at the time. And before getting government contracting, I was really struggling as an entrepreneur. I was a part of that, that 96 percentile that makes less than six figures. I was only making about $30,000 a year, working 50-hour, 60-hour work weeks. And the first contract, after I figured it out, it took me a while to figure it out. But once I did, I secured a $70,000 contract for just 28 days of work. And then when I realized that that was a thing, because at first, I saw you say, wow, the first thing I said was, wow, is this real? Honestly, I didn't know that it was real. So I did it again, and I secured an additional contract of similar size, or two more contracts for similar size. And then I was able to grow my business that year to multiple six figures. And so for me, the aha moment was, this is a real thing. They don't teach us this in school. Everybody needs to know about it. And I call it the $1 trillion secret, because there are literally trillions of dollars that is out there that is untapped. And even still to this day, these government agencies that are obligated to spend, they have to spend their money down, and they're having problems finding qualified people who have their hands raised like, hey, I want to be in position to become a government contractor, because most people are just intimidated by the process or just don't know that it exists.
I know our viewers want to know this. What is your approach when it comes to guiding others towards wealth and success? And as for the government contracts, what's the first steps in working with you to get on to the $1 trillion secret?
Absolutely. I love helping small business entrepreneurs get pre-qualified for government contracts. That's the first step. Over the past few years, I've helped more than 300 entrepreneurs actually secure an additional 20 million in revenue and growing. And so I do this with a proven blueprint. It's a 4-step strategy, and that all starts with the business foundation. The business foundation is definitely key, because it's what validates you, and it's also what attracts government agencies to your business. Next, we have certifications. Certifications, I believe, is the key, to securing multiple contracts, because it's what sets you apart. It's how you leverage your socioeconomic disadvantages to participate and put pieces of that pie that is set aside for minority and women-owned businesses. And next, we have marketing. Understanding how to market yourself to the government and market your capabilities is also definitely going to be key. And then finally, I show them how to submit proposals. And these proposals must be not only compliant, but also demonstrate your ability to participate in such a lucrative opportunity that the government is asking you to participate in. And so every month I have a 5-day challenge where I walk people through that qualifications process so they understand what's on the table. And I do this through my GovCon challenge. If you go to govconchallenge.com, you'll learn more about that.
Thank you so much, Doc. I want to ask you something really quick, because you've been doing this for some time. What is one thing that you've would have wished that you've learned back then that you know now that you would share with our Connect fam?
I think that one of the biggest misconceptions in business is that it's going to take 2 to 5 years to grow a business. So if you go in, like we've all been told that if you have a business, you know, this is like the common thing, right? That's absolutely a myth. If you go into business believing that, you will get what you believe because you're going to act upon that. And so for me, I went into business believing that. So not only did it take me 5 years, but it took me like 7 years to finally discover that all of that was a lie. And so I wish somebody would have told me, hey, instead of carving out Tiffany, who's married with children and makes a certain amount of money and live in a certain area or zip code as your avatar or your target market, go into business expecting to get the biggest dollar from the biggest payer, right? And so when you go into business doing government contracting, in your first year, you're highly profitable. It's not going to take you 2 to 5 years. So I wish someone would have told me that earlier, but even still, it was a part of the journey. Yeah, it was definitely a learning part, you know, of the journey that makes it like so valuable for me to inform people where I can transform their lives so it won't take them as long as it took me.
I love it. And now look, you can tell our Connect fam so they can cut that part out of their time.
Yes.
So thank you. It worked out.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
So I know I'm ready. Our Connect fam are ready to sign up with you today. So where can everyone go? Tell us more. How can they hire you? And give us all the things, please. Where can they go?
So the first step is really to go to govconchallenge.com. This is where I walk you through getting pre-qualified. It's the first step to even securing me as your coach. We must get you on the page so you understand what's on the table for you, how much money you can actually secure in your first year, and what you need to do to qualify for all of that. So we get everybody on the same page. And then from there, you'll have the opportunity to work with me directly as your coach. So go to govconchallenge.com, get registered. It's going to be a powerful week of transformation. So just get ready because there's going to be a whole shifting in your identity so you can understand who you are and know the value that you're bringing to the table. So that's just the first step. You can also check out my book, Don't Duck the Government, They've Got Your Money, because it's all about how you can make millions pitching and winning government contracts. And that is available as well on don'tduckthegovernmentbook.com. So for those who are interested in learning how to elevate your business, you know, tap in for sure.
Karwanna, it's been an incredible joy having you with us today and all the tips, all the great information that you've shared and that you've dropped. So thank you for sharing your insights and for the amazing work that you are doing. So one more time, please share with our viewers where they can find you and work with you.
So govconchallenge.com is where you will go to get yourself pre-qualified. Don't Duck the Government book.com is where you can get a copy of my book, but you can also follow me on Instagram or Facebook at Karwanna D Speaks. So that's where I'm available.
I gotta ask you this really quick. I'm so curious because I really see and feel the passion that you have for this, Doc. What drives you? Even on a down day, what's your motivation?
I think my motivation is seeing transformation in people. I know what this has done for me, and I'm trying not to get emotional about it. So I know, like, especially for Black and brown, especially for women, like, can we just talk about women? Like, I think it's so important for women to be financially independent and empowered, regardless if you have a boyfriend, if you're married, don't matter. We need to have our own millions. You know what I'm saying? So that's what drives me, being able to educate people and put them in a position to become first generation, 7-figure earners and beyond. And I think that's very key for me. My mission is to empower 1,000 women to secure $1 million. That's $1 billion in impact. And I want to do that. And I know I can within the next 12 months. And so you want to be a part of that mission? Look, I feel like I need to do that back. You want to be a part of that mission? GovConChallenge.com. Let's make it happen.
It sounds like we all need a Dr. Karwanna in our lives, right? Thanks again, Dr. Karwanna. It's been incredible having you on our show today. And for you, Connect family, don't go away. We will be right back.
people. It's Major Mr. This is why I love you. And you are watching the Connect Network TV.
%95 of businesses fail in the first 5 years. It is sad. And one of the number one reasons is because of the lack of capital. Hi, winners. My name is Terry Kauser, and I'm a credit expert. And I specialize in helping entrepreneurs and investors leverage their personal and business credit to get $100,000 and more in funding super fast. I can't wait to share with you on The Connect Show.
Hi, everybody. I'm Fern Malice. I was the creator of New York Fashion Week, and now I have a consulting business. And I'm also the author of Fashion Icons by Fern Malice. And I have books 1 and 2, which are fabulous, full of great interviews. You can buy the book set at Nordstrom or buy the books independently at Amazon or other great booksellers. You can follow me on Instagram and find out more about my events and everything I'm doing. It's at Fern Malice. And I'm happy to be here on the Connect Network TV.
What a great show. Thank you so much for joining us, Connect fam, your girl Stitches, and Wendy. A big shout out to Dr. Karwanna Irving. Really had our minds turning about tapping back into those government contracts. So we hope that you enjoy the show as well, Connect fam. That's all that we have for you today. What an amazing show. And thank you all for always being willing to invite us into your homes and taking this journey through the latest trends and insights. We hope that you found today's discussion both informative and inspiring. And please, a part of the Connect fam, don't hoard the information for yourself, but share it to others as well. And don't forget, hop on over, jump in the challenge that Doc was talking about, govconchallenge.com, govconchallenge.com. Again, that's govconchallenge.com. Her goal was to inspire 1,000 women to make $1 million within 12 months. And you could be a part of that. 1 million, 1,000 to make $1 million. Why not? Right, Wendy?
That's right. Love, love, love. And this show is just so good, Stitches. And remember, you can catch all our past episodes by binge watching them Netflix style on our website at theconnectonline.com. In the meantime, keep up with me at Gone with Wendy on Instagram and Stitches. Tell them, where can they find you?
Yes, thank you. You can tap in with me, STICHIZ Stitches and stitches.com. And you can tap into iHeartRadio, various radio stations within the iHeart market throughout the US. And also if you're tapped in Canada, Sportsnet, you can listen, and also ESPN. You might hear a familiar voice on there. I don't know.
Beautiful. Well, be safe and make sure you tell somebody you love them today for free. Right?
Love you, boy.
You're watching the Connect Network TV on the CW.